Thank you for watching the Solid Sports and Gaming channel. You're watching the Solid Sports video blog, episode 65. And today's date is October 13th, 2018. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Troy West, and thank you so much for supporting the blog. And this is our normal weekly blog that we do on Saturdays, as we talk about all the crazy things that happened in this week in sports. Of course, Major League Baseball, the championship series started both leagues, National and American League. The National League started last night, and the American League starts today. I'll give my thoughts on that. NBA, of course, season starts Tuesday. I have a special NBA episode on Monday, episode 66. I put reminders out there, but we're just going to talk mostly about the big news in the NBA right now. Jimmy Butler, will he get moved soon, or what's going on with that? The crazy thing when he went to practice, we're talking about all that. And NFL Week 6 continues. A couple of big intriguing games this week. You know, I give you all my picks and expound on the 5 games that I've written down that I think are the 5 biggest games of the week. Also, big college football games today as well. But first, of course, we're going to start with baseball, of course. Last night, which was Friday night, was game 1 of the N.L.C.S. between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers took control of the game, got up to a 4-run lead. It was 5-1. Dodgers made a push in the 9th inning, and the final score wound up being 6-5. Thrilling game 1. We'll see what happens in game 2. Kershaw was on the mound for the Dodgers. First 2 innings looked pretty well, pitched pretty well, and Milwaukee was able to get to him. That pretty much was the factor of the game there. Dodgers tried to fight back, but they couldn't pull through. But game 2 would be today. I think the game started at around 4 o'clock. Don't know who's on the mound for both teams. Milwaukee pretty much been putting out mainly their bullpen. So we'll see if they do that again. I'm thinking the Dodgers might go with Rich Hill or someone else. We'll see. But game 2 is today. Big game for them to tie it up, but look like it's going to be a good series. Milwaukee looks like they're for real. Moustakas again with big hits for the Brewers, and he's done it for the Royals as well when they ran and won the championship. So Brewers nothing to be played with. See if the Dodgers can bounce back. Game 2 is this afternoon. As far as the American League Championship Series starts today. I think it's a night start. I think around 8 o'clock, I believe. Chris Sale on the mound for Boston. He's been injured. He's just really starting to get back. And for Houston, Justin Verlander, who to me doesn't get a lot of credit how he turned his career around. I want to say turn it around as far as like he was bad, bro. You know, he was one of the best pitchers in baseball. He sort of tailed off in Detroit, maybe he just wasn't motivated. He gives credit to Kate Upton, by the way, who he's dating, but he looks like a different pitcher to me. I thought he was done until he got to Houston last year, and he was the main reason why they won the World Series. And to me, going this year, I know Boston, they had a great year, 108 wins, but to me, Houston is favored of the series. In my opinion, even though Boston got home field advantage as well. I think tonight will go a long way. Whoever wins the game tonight will make a statement in the series. Should be a great game though. Sale against Verlander. Getting the game started around 8 o'clock. I think the American League Championship Series is on TBS, I believe. And the National League is being covered by Fox or FS1. So if you baseball fans want to check both of those games out tonight and today, you can. I'll be probably watching through my phone while I'm playing Call of Duty, which I will get to near the end of the blog here. That's it for baseball. Of course, playoffs, pushing World Series, still going with Houston. And in the National League, it's hockey. I mean, it was easy to say the Brewers, but I think the Dodgers have potential to win the series though. But Milwaukee looks like the better team right now, so that's how I'm leaning towards for right now. Of course, my National League team from the beginning of the season been out the Washington Nationals. So I've stuck with Houston. I think Houston actually have gotten better this year, which a lot of people have been saying as well. So, but let's move on to the NBA. Of course, I'm not going to talk a lot of NBA today because I'm doing a special NBA season preview a few days from now. But of course, the big fiasco with Jimmy Butler and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Of course, he asked to be traded a few weeks ago. He just came into camp just this past week. Practice, did one practice, blew the practice up. Pretty much took the third string players and beat the first string, which is Karl-Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins. You know, him and Wiggins was beefing on social media throughout the summer as well. So he wants out. He said he wants to either go to the Clippers, the Heat. The Heat actually been a team that been making offers. So we'll see if they can pull something through before the season. I think their season starts Wednesday, I believe. I think they play the San Antonio Spurs. But my thoughts on the whole thing, I like Jimmy Butler. I think he's one of the top. To me, he's about a top 10. If I break down, I say about at least top 10, top 15, easily top 20 for sure players in this league. A two-way player, can score, but you know, sort of streaky scorer to me though. And he's good defensively. He definitely make Minnesota a better team if he stays. If they don't, if he's not there, I don't think they make the playoffs in the West. I just still think they don't have enough depth to compete in the Western Conference to make it the playoffs anyway. But him being there, that'd definitely be a contender to make the playoffs. You know, just like with any other disgruntled star, it seems like it's a pattern. Dwight Howard, a little bit of a different scenario, but him, everywhere he goes, the same day happy always, beefing with somebody or something. And with Butler, he pretty much burned Chicago before he left there. Got traded to Minnesota, now it's the same thing. So who knows what his true motive is. He is right when he was saying y'all effing need me. They do need him, because if he's not there, I don't think they're a playoff team in the West. Karl-Anthony Towns, one of the young big men in this league. Maybe he think he'll got the fire under him and Wiggins, but they need him. Minnesota definitely need him, but I don't think he's going to stay. I think he really wants out. It was just crazy how he did the practice, like basically saying y'all need me now. You know, well, Coach Tom Thibodeau, he don't want to trade him. Like, he's been adamant about that. I think the only person in the front office that really want him gone is the owner, because of the embarrassment that is sort of making Minnesota look. But maybe this will get resolved, maybe not. But either way, I think Minnesota will be on the bottom half of the Western Conference anyway. So, but like I said, we'll talk more about predictions in the NBA. I'm gonna give you all my playoff predictions, what I think of win MVP, everything, on Monday, episode 66, right here on the Silent Sports Gaming channel. So stay tuned for that. And hopefully this Jimmy Butler fiasco will be solved by then, so I can talk about it again. But yeah, so Monday, special NBA preview all 30 teams, give a brief description, who will make the playoffs, the whole nine. So join me for that on Monday, probably around the same time this is posted. Probably on Monday that'll be posted. So time to move over to the NFL. Week 6 continues, so I gotta pull out my PSK Pick'em app, which is on the ESPN Fantasy app. Of course, trying to push people to join me this year, but of course to no avail. So I've been doing this for years, just doing it in schools to get together, write down all the games, pick the games, bet a little money sometimes. It was kind of fun for me to pick games every week, so been doing it ever since then. Of course, last week I went 9-7. I think it was about 9-6. I think it was only 15 games last week. So yeah, I went 9-6 last week. I already won the Thursday night game. Eagles, of course, defeating the New York Giants on Thursday night. So I'm already 1 point up. I guess I give my when I do my Monday morning hangover, which I still do every week, I had my full record, but I think I'm about 10 games over, so it's just not bad. The last couple of weeks have been good. Week 2 was the real bad week that I had picking games. But let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start with the Buccaneers, and the Atlanta Falcons. I think the Falcons just due for a win. They've been close. Well, last week they got beat pretty well by New Orleans. Was it New Orleans they played? No, that's just the overtime game. They played Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh pretty much had that game controlled the whole game. But other than that game, they've been in all their games, including the one that they won. So just think they overdue. I think Tampa still have the Jameis Winston thing over them, and their defense is so bad, and it's in Atlanta. Both teams might score 40 points, possibly. If you got any fantasy people, you probably should play them in this game, especially if you got any Falcons. I'm thinking about putting Coleman in there, but I think Freeman's back for the running backs. But actually, that's all I've been saying. Falcons win. They're going to be a shootout, and I think they beat the Buccaneers. Bills at Texans. Texans at home. Got the Texans winning this game. I think the Texans started to get their legs under them. Washington looked like he started to get back to his form that he had last year. Buffalo, pretty crazy team. Josh Allen had played pretty well, but of course the big win against the Vikings. But I just still think the Bills just not that talented. But they got 2 wins, so but I think the Texans will win this game. I think pretty convincingly at home. Bears and Dolphins. That's one of my games on my 5 list here. Bears are 3.5 favorite. They're in my power rankings at number 5. Miami coming at 3-2. A little bit of a fraud, as I pretty much know. That's why I never really talked, about them being a contender. I think the Bears going there with that defense, shut down Tannehill, and Trubisky make enough plays. I think the Bears will win. I think they beat it by more than 3.5, so I would take the point. I would take the Bears here, and they cover as well. Miami, big loss last week against the New England Patriots. If they'd have played better in that game, at least competed that game, I probably would have changed my opinion on them. But just don't think too highly of them. I think they're about to start coming down to earth. I think this game will show them as well. Got the Bears winning. But Steelers Bengals, another big game was on my list. Bengals just a 1.5 favorite at home. This game was tough for me because Pittsburgh looked like they got their mojo back. But I think since it's a division game, Bengals, this game mean more to the Bengals than it does to the Steelers. I think the Bengals will be motivated. They're at home. I think they'll probably slow their offense down a little bit. I think Mixon will have a good game. Burford is back for Cincinnati. Cincinnati, they have the talent. They just can't get it done in the playoffs. So I think they make somewhat of a statement here. I think they win this game in a close one. Say by a field goal or so. Say it about the low to high 20s. Got Cincinnati winning at home. Chargers, Browns. 2-2-1. Chargers 3-2. This game is on my list. Yes, it is. Browns are actually a favorite in this game, maybe because of the early kickoff and the Chargers, being a West Coast team and the weather and all that stuff. But I just think the Chargers is a better team. I think it'd be a close game. I think the Browns will compete. I think it'd be a last-second field goal or something like that, or the Browns they shoot themselves in the foot again. But I think the Chargers, they have to, if they will be contenders, they have to win this game, and I think they will on the road. And so that means I'm taking the Chargers outright to win the game. Colts, Jets. This was a harder game for me to pick too, but I'm picking the Colts on the road. Jets still got some growing pains with Sam Darnold. I think this will probably be a game he might make a few mistakes. I wouldn't be shocked if the Jets won this game though, but I think Andrew Luck, to me, he's played better. People say he haven't played well. He's played okay to me. He could play better. He could be playing a little bit better, but he's played all right in my opinion. So I'm gonna give the Colts the benefit of the doubt. They 1-4 going in. Jets 2-3. I got the Colts winning on the road. Seahawks, Raiders. I got the Seahawks. Raiders, like I said, don't look that good to me at all. Seattle, tough loss last week to the Rams, where they competed. Russell Wilson, I still believe in him, despite the talent around him. I think the Seahawks go in there and get it done. Cardinals, Vikings. Vikings at home. Vikings, like I said, if y'all contenders, this is a game you should win against the rookie quarterback, Josh Rosen. They did force mistakes. That defense will get his mojo back. Vikings win, I think, by at least 10. Panthers, Redskins. I got Carolina winning this one. I think Cam, like I said, a little consistent, but the Redskins, so are they think they're going there on the road, and I think they are Redskins to be. They a lot of emotion, like not to put it all on Josh Norman, but Josh Norman, this is a game against his former team. Josh Norman, the corner, they could probably have a few blow-ups, and the team will sort of implode a little bit mentally. I think the Panthers will take advantage of that and win the game. Rams and Broncos, that made my list. Rams a 7-point favorite on the road in Denver. I think this is sort of a test game, even though I think last week I was more impressed with winning it, in Seattle. But Rams, the Broncos got that defense with Von Miller. The high altitude a lot of teams ain't used to. The Rams don't go there that often. So a lot of people thinking this could be a close game. And I think it will relatively, but I still think they might cover the 7 points that they favored by. So I got the Rams winning. Say about like high 20s. And of course Denver offense is inconsistent as well. Jaguars, Cowboys, I got the Jags winning. Like I said, the Jags pretty much, I want to say the disappointing team this year, but sort of disappointing at times. Leonard Fournette ain't been able to stay healthy. Blake Bortles been up and down, but they still 3-2. The defense still is stout. Dallas, like I said, Dallas, but Ezekiel Elliott, it seems like it's just him on offense. Dak Prescott still have to improve. Of course, all big talk about Dez Bryant and the receivers and all that. But I got the Jaguars for this game. I just don't think the Dallas will have enough on offense. I think they'll shut Zeke down and force probably at least a turnover or two on Prescott. I think the Jags win. Ravens, Titans, both teams 3-2. Almost made this top 5 list. Of course, I'm a Ravens fan. I always put that out there anytime I talk about the Ravens, but try to speak the truth. The offense haven't looked good lately. Flacco seems like he's back to his normal self, not motivated. He has to be motivated to play well, in my opinion. Titans, up and down season for them as well. Had a big win against the Eagles. They flopped around and lost to the Bills last week. So, low Jekyll and Hyde with them as well. But I think the Ravens will have enough on offense. I think they turn it up a little bit. I think the Michael Crabtree, I think watch out for him. I think he want to redeem himself. I think he took it hard last week. The loss to Cleveland. So I thought the Ravens winning and a close one on the road. And this easily played the game of the week. Kansas City Chiefs at the New England Patriots. Patriots 3.5 favorites. Just can't go against New England at home. I just can't. A game like this, just feel like this is going to be a time that New England going to really make a statement. Josh Gordon starting to get his legs under him. Edelman is bad. Gronk. My Kansas City defense is bad. So I think New England will exploit that. I think Belichick had some schemes to kind of confuse Pat Mahomes to make enough mistakes for them to win the game. I think it'll be a shootout relatively. Probably high 20s, low 30s. But I think New England will make one more play and they win the game at home in Foxborough. Apologize for this. This happened to me last week. Controller cut off. I gotta remember to keep it up and stuff. So now again, we're gonna have to deal with this. I apologize. If I get to talking, I'll just be forgetting. That's why when you see me reach my hand back, that's what I be doing, trying to mess with the controller to keep it alive. Well, I probably could turn it down. I mean, turn the turn off thing off. I mean, turn it up, the timing. I think I got it for 10 minutes. So, but anyway, like I said, I got the Patriots winning. Apologize about that interruption there. And of course, we got one more game on the docket Monday night. It's Green Bay Packers at the San Francisco 49ers. I think it's Green Bay at home. Let me see. It's my phone cut off for me too. I think Green Bay is home. Yeah, Green Bay is home. So yeah, this little robot. Let me get him out our face. I had to do this last. This happened to me last week. Like I said, this is the PLAYROOM. If anybody didn't know, it's a little app that's already on your PS4. This is how I record my videos. I be trying to do it on my phone, but it's just not. I don't have enough space for it. But I need a laptop really to really do some good content. But I apologize for that once again. But as far as Green Bay and San Francisco, I got Green Bay winning. San Francisco got too many injuries. But the backup, I mean, he been putting up some crazy numbers. I think it's Burkhead, I believe. He put up some good numbers, and they've been some games, but I don't think it'll be enough in Green Bay at Lambeau. I think Aaron Rodgers, even though he's going in with that knee still bothering, which I'm worried about as far as on my fantasy team as well. Contemplating benching him just because it's a Monday night game. I kind of like to know how much I got going into Monday night, but I think I'm going to still play him. But anyway, we got Green Bay winning that game, and I'll talk more about this game with our Monday morning football hangover, my weekly segment that I do live right here on YouTube through my phone. So that should be no problem. So that's it for week 6 in my picks. About to wrap this video up. College football, 2 big games in particular. Michigan and Wisconsin. That's a big game in the Big Ten, and then the SEC. We got LSU and Georgia, so 2 big college football games today that will have big impact on the college football playoff. Didn't see the fight last week between McGregor and Khabib, but you heard all the crap that happened with them. They already suspended. They have a hearing, I think, October 24th, I believe. They will have a hearing. But basically, what all the experts been saying, this is all a ploy for the rematch. It's probably gonna be a rematch. Yeah, you heard about the B won by submission in the 4th round. That all hell broke loose in the crowd and all that, but ain't nobody get hurt. I think they just sort of showing face, doing a little public relations, but it's definitely gonna be a rematch. But we'll see what happens with that. I think if it is a rematch, I'm already going with McGregor. I think he'll make an adjustment and he'll win the next time. If they, well, ain't no if, it's pretty much win. At least that's what I've been hearing. So, but if you're in the boxing, Terrence Crawford fight tonight. He defends his title. It's on ESPN for free, so I might even check that out a little bit. I'm a casual boxing fan, UFC fan. Starting to try to follow the UFC more. Of course, when I was coming up, boxing was about the heavyweights. There's no, famous heavyweights out there. But something if you have a little sports things to dip your toe into. I said something about Monday morning. That's Monday morning football hangover. I'm still doing that, but I'm also doing NBA preview, season preview. So I'll be doing both of those Monday. So check that out. Today I'm gonna be live on Instagram. My Instagram account is in the my description here on YouTube, but it's Silent Sports _ gaming. I'll be live on there. I'm gonna be live on there for the first few minutes with Black Ops 4. Then you can come join me on the YouTube channel. But I'll explain all that later. Well, not explain it all, but I'll be doing it later. That's why this is here. I'm gonna put my phone here, and I'm gonna record my TV, playing a little Black Ops. So join me for that. And that'll be later on today. My man Fat Man will probably be on with me. I'm gonna try to wait for him to get ready, so we be on there together. But yeah, I'm gonna be on Instagram as well live. It'll be my first live Instagram video, so check that out today. Try to do some more Mega Man 11 and Spider-Man. I did a Spider-Man video yesterday. Now I reminded myself I gotta edit it a little bit. When I edit it, I gotta put some links and stuff in it. So I'll probably do that as soon as I'm done with this video. But I thank you guys for the support. As always, another good week. Big week next week as well. I think next week's Thursday night game is I want to say Cardinals Broncos. I think that's what the game is. I might be wrong, but I'll definitely find that out. We'll preview that game on next week's Wednesday blog. to preview the Thursday night game. And of course, the NBA starts next week, so a lot of stuff coming up. I want to thank everybody for supporting the channel on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, right here on the PlayStation Network as well. That'll do it. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Over here on the West Coast, a little rainy, a little chilly, as fall starting to come in. Wherever you are in the country, wherever you are in the world, enjoy your weekend. I'm Troy West said thank you so much for all the support, and I'll talk to you guys next time. I'll talk to you later. Join me live on YouTube, Black Ops 4, baby. Thank you so much.